these noodles are so thin, it makes them go down way easier, I think. Just look at how amazing this sushi looks. Like, I'm telling you, the aesthetic is so nice here. I'm not supposed to be using my phone! Black, white, and grays, and everything is really well dialed in. Hey guys, I'm back with part 2 of the Kumamoto series, and I am in the city. I'm in Kumamoto City actually, and I plan on going to a ramen shop to try the Kumamoto style ramen, and then go to Izakaya. I'm gonna hit up the Kumamoto Castle and then go in deep into the countryside and see what I find out there. So let's go find a ramen shop. I found this ramen shop called Kokute, and it is one of Kumamoto's franchise ramen shops. This is a Kumamoto style ramen, and you guys can't really see the noodles just yet, but what separates Kumamoto ramen is the thin noodles. And another thing I noticed is the black garlic oil, which I haven't really seen in a while, and the woodier mushrooms, which I really enjoy. Like, compared to like regular ramen, the noodles are like pretty thin. Oh. The broth is like really good. And the black garlic just makes it more potent, I feel. Try the noodles now. They're like a good medium average for noodles. Are not thick. They're like a good chewy center. I would say they're kind of in the middle. They're not hard, they're not soft, they're perfectly balanced. And just in general, the fact that these noodles are so thin, it makes them go down way easier, I think. Alright, it's 6 p.m. so we're gonna go look for some izakaya and see how different they are from Tokyo. So let's go. I found this izakaya which had a variety of Kumamoto dishes that I really wanted to try out, and not only that, the aesthetic was really pleasing. Here in the izakaya, and what really brought me to this place is just the overall like aesthetic of this place. It looks really like old school, and honestly the tables are pretty wide, so like you can invite a group of friends here and have a private time. You got doors to close them, and also they have a step-by-step menu of their recommendations. So in general, if you want to know what is good, it's a good alternative. So probably like the best way to figure out what's the local taste here. So we're gonna go through it and see how it is, you know. This is the first step of the osusume, with recommendation basically. And this one actually has uni, sea urchin. It's really rare to find that in Tokyo, so I just had to try it, you know. And then here we have a little side of pickled cucumbers. I think they're kind of sweet, but yeah, basically shabu shabu. And already I can tell like the quality of the meat is like so good. This is the second step. The second recommendation, it's deep fried radish. So you can just tell how like crispy it looks already. And we have on top, I don't even know I forgot what it's called. You put it on top of the takoyaki, but I'll put it in the subtitle. But honestly, I gotta get started on the shabu shabu, but also just look at how amazing this sushi looks. Like, I'm telling you, the aesthetic is so nice here. So let's start with the shabu shabu first though. Wow, that meat is really good. It's like perfectly thinly sliced cut, and just the grate is just amazing. I mean, I think shabu shabu is a good way to start. If you're here with a group of friends, it's great to like just like pick it apart and share. Wow. Okay, so let me try this daikon with the katsubushi. But yeah, it's like pretty solid right there. And you got the little sauce right there. Interesting. It's not as crusty as it seems. It gets pretty soft after, I think, sitting there for a while. But it's like a well done radish. It barely has the taste of radish. It has more of the texture like a cooked potato in a way. I think it's pretty good. So I lied to you guys earlier. This is actually the fourth dish, and it's just cucumber and like sesame oil. And I mean, it's really good by itself, but with the shabu shabu, it was quite good. So here's our fourth dish. And I don't know about you guys, but when my sashimi comes in a boat, it looks more appealing to me. It looks amazing, pretty fresh. The tuna itself is so thick. It's really rare if you get sashimi this thick. For the most part in Tokyo, I don't know if I get like thick pieces like that, but you know, it's a really good. Whoa! No, wasabi hit me real quick. You know, it's really good sashimi if it just melts in your mouth. And also a quick note, Kumamoto soy sauce is actually gonna be sweeter if you have it out here. Here we got our spoonfuls of sushi, and the rice already has soy sauce, so we don't really need to dip it in anything. But let's go ahead and try it. Wow, that was a tuna, and you know, it tastes different because it's not soaked in soy sauce. It's kind of dried and it's actually simmered into the rice. It kind of tastes like a little packaged piece of sushi. Honestly, I really like it. This is the countryside, or oceanside if you want to call it that. And that over there is Super Slider. It's only 200 yen. And it's got a vending machine too, so. It's a little blue cart that you sit on and then you slide and it has a little brake. Hi. いいですね。はい。じゃあ前にいた。はい。いきますよ。Sunglasses. Wow, that was great. I want to go again. So after you get down from there, you get to a little kind of cabin area over here. Oh, it looks like a little cabin, but you're basically at the beach. And yeah, this is like a beach area, and there's people over there fishing and everything. But one of the coolest beaches I've seen. Down in the mountain, you could actually walk from here, from where you slide, but you got the go-karts right there. Yeah, people are coming in. And it looks like... So, for one person to go one lap is only 500 yen. And if you want to go two laps, obviously it's 1,000 yen. Hi. 少し1周目はこう回られていくんだけど、2周目からはこっち側を通ってもう1周回ってる。はい、わかりました。じゃあ AT かけますよ。はい。こっち側がブレーキでアクセルですね。わかりました。はい。 I'm currently in Kumamoto City, and I'm about to go head up that castle over there, which honestly from this angle it looks pretty small, but it's pretty massive. So let's go. So on the way to the castle, you find basically the owner of it. When he was awarded half the prefecture, he basically built it, and it actually is one of the most massive castles I've seen, and actually one of the 3 big ones. I have to check which are the 3 big ones there are, but I think most of you probably already know. In 2016, that wall basically broke down because of an earthquake, and they haven't been able to rebuild it because, like, if you look at the wall itself, like this whole wall, and this is probably what, like a 20-foot wall, is all stacked up with random pieces, you know, like big chunks and then little chunks. You guys can imagine how hard it would have been to invade this castle. The water used to be higher. Apparently it's probably at its lowest now just because they can control it, but in ancient times they very likely had it higher, and basically it was a moat. So I went inside the little museum they have there. It's pretty cool. They had a little like puzzle game where you could like try to fix the wall, and yeah, it's a lot harder than it looks. I'm sure like this part is off limits because you could just straight up see the cracks in the walls and everything. I mean, you can see the crack there, you can see cracks here, and obviously that big chunk of basically ground is missing. So I think this part's off limits, but it's crazy. It just, you know, it's standing there and then all of a sudden earthquake just breaks it down. Another section of the wall right there, and then we have more part of the castle. I got a little broken castle here, castle wall, and we got our big, cool looking actual castle right here. Black, white, and grays, and everything is really well dialed in. Finally, this massive castle right here. It's actually quite a climb, but it's not entirely that far away. But they've done a really good job of preserving it. It's still good here. And just honestly, the color scheme is really something that I really think is interesting. I like black and white, so there you go. Black, white, and grays, and everything is really well dialed in. You're actually still working on it and probably reinforcing it more. So that's cool. It's like the constructions never really stop. That's pretty cool. All the steps right here look cool too. You can just see this wall. Like tiny windows that they could shoot arrows from. Cool samurai armor right here. This was the view from the top of the castle, and honestly it was really gratifying to see the city from this high up. But this is gonna be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe because there will be more adventures to come. I'm Nara, and I hope you guys have an excellent day. Hasta luego.